power.
The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. He restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I RASTA, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I can't fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff, them comforted I and I. Uno prepared a table before I in the presence of our enemy them. Uno anointed I head with uno oil, me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy, I go follow I all the days of I even. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Ja, kadama we gruma bea tela e exag beer tanaistalina bashante shante kadama we gruma bea tela e where two centuries meet in the name of the Most High Jah. So Jaja de if Jaja never watch upon your house, the watchman I go watch it in vain. Same way, if Jaja never build up your house, the builder I go build it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it, and them is safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks and I say unto your name. And I give thanks and I say unto your name. And I give thanks and I say unto your name. How Mawusobo Lisa Adanu Wato ewo asikle afo. Mawusobo Lisa akpe. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodomo, where we speak truth to power. And of course, remember, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High Jah shall therein abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And I give thanks. Oh, and I give thanks. Oh, and I give thanks. Oh, and I give thanks. This is the Black Pot. And of course, my name, Blakk Rastana. In every traditional African home there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, ingredients of so many different kinds, types, colors, shapes, sizes, flavors, aromas, all find themselves in the black pot. They interplay to produce one homogeneous product known as food. Interestingly, the food does not even benefit the black pot, neither does it benefit the ingredients. It benefits us, the eaters. Same way we must selflessly put aside all our differences as a people, because symbolically the black pot represents the continent of Africa and the ingredients in the black pot represent us as a people. Same way the ingredients put aside all their differences and came to interplay in the black pot. We must put aside our differences, work together in unity, peace and harmony to be able to produce development for our people, our continent, our land. In fact, we must move away from the one-season crops, the millet, the maize, the onions, the pepper, the tomatoes, and now plant trees. A lot of us are so selfish. We know that we will not live long enough to benefit from the shade of the trees, so we will not plant them. We don't care about our children who are coming, our great-grandchildren who would come and enjoy the shade, so we'll go and then plant tomatoes and pepper. What we will eat right now, sleep, die, be buried and be forgotten. This must be the Joshua generation that plants trees, that generation that is generationally inclined in terms of thinking. This is the black pot, aka Kukushonomo. And here we don't criticize. If we must criticize, we do that on one condition: to build and not to destroy. We are in the service of God and country. And right here, we don't talk politics. What we talk about is patriotism. We are rewiring the mindset of our people. It's all about the mindset. The biggest problems of Africa are never the problems of schools, hospitals, and roads, but the problem the mindset. That's why we are here. We are live on Pan-African TV, Africa's only Pan-African TV. Also live on Loud Silence TV. We are super live on our own TV, the Blakk Empire TV. And of course, we are also live on Ghana. Interestingly, we'll be 1 year on the 1st of March. Blakk Empire TV. Watch out for what new we have for you. This is the Blakk Pot, where we speak truth to power. Now the next thing I would like to do right now is to look at the stories we have for the day. And today, we are going to be talking about Equatorial Guinea a lot. But let's begin with Ghana, our motherland. Fourth Republic disappointed Ghana. What? Which one is the Fourth Republic? And exactly why? Which governments formed the Fourth Republic? And who is disappointed in the Fourth Republic? Who is this person? Oh, I know this wonderful woman. The former Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Her name is Sophia Akuffo. In fact, she trained as a lawyer under Nana Akufo-Addo. Nana Akufo-Addo chose her as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Oh, yes. Now she's retired. And she says her mouth is no longer gagged. It means at the time that she served as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, she was gagged. She couldn't say anything against the government of Nana Akufo-Addo. So I can understand why she would say that the Fourth Republic has been so disappointing. But let's get into the story. Exactly what is it? Come here. I am disappointed in all governments in Fourth Republic, including NPP. Sophia Akuffo. My God. Round the rhythm. It says what? Former Chief Justice Sophia Akuffo is not enthused by the performance of governments since the inception of the 1992 Constitution. Even the new Patriotic Party, NPP, under which she was appointed Chief Justice, is not exempted from her purview of poor performing political administrations. She made these comments in a yet-to-be-aired edition of PM Express on Joy News. For her, the Constitution has been constantly pushed to the back burner by successive administrations to the detriment of their citizens. I have been disappointed with every single government under the Constitution because after all that we went through with the military and everything, and we centered the Constitution as the guiding principle. At least constitutionalism should have been what people should have been guiding us. What is she really trying to say? I'm going to take it again so we can understand it better. I have been disappointed with every single government under this Constitution because after all that we went through with the military and everything, and we centered the Constitution as the guiding principle, at least constitutionalism should have been what? Should have been guiding us. So you get it? Constitutionalism should have been what should have been guiding us. Hallelujah. What grammar? I love grammar like this. She told Raymond Aqua, according to her, we have eroded so many standards. We have eroded so many principles. Yes, it's not only the NPP government. As far as I am concerned, every government has failed. The stateswoman has been on a vociferous path since the finance ministry decided to embark on a domestic debt exchange program. This forms part of the reason why she is baffled by the state in which Ghana has been left after over 3 decades of constitutional rule. The finance minister is one of the officials who has particularly incurred the former Chief Justice's wrath. So Sophia Akuffo says Ken Ofori-Atta has not done well managing the Ghanaian economy. She says he has failed to see through the promise by the Akufo-Addo government to protect the public purse when he took office in 2017. The purse, she pointed out, has rather become empty. Jesus have mercy. And this Ken Ofori-Atta, the most abysmal performing finance minister this country has ever had, so arrogant. This is a man who says he's not taking salary. Wherever he's making his money from, I hope they will declare that. He's not taking salary yet. He's not ready to move. Arrogantly, he's standing there, sitting there, emptying the coffers of the nation. And I am going to protect the public purse, fellow Ghanaians. And today, in fact, we can't even find the purse. We don't know where the purse is. This is what Sophia Akufu is saying. Former Chief Justice, all the way from 2017, she trained under Nana Akufo-Addo. She says this government has failed. In fact, attack dogs of the NPP have come after her, and the chief attack dog is Gabi Asari Ochridako, the man who was born in Chelsea in London and holds a dual citizenship, British and Ghana. That's why he cannot take any appointment in this country, government appointment. So stay in your England and leave Ghanaians alone. We do not want half-baked Ghanaians. If you must be a Ghanaian, then you must be a Ghanaian. If you don't want, it's not by force. Go and be your British, German, American, and that is it. I don't know what kind of law allows people to have dual citizenship. Oh, my father is German, my mother is Ghanaian, so I am half Ghanaian and half German. Where lies your loyalty? Choose one. Choose one, brethren. Choose one right now. That is what we need to do. You have so many important things you have to do, but you do what? You prioritize whatever you are supposed to do. You understand? It doesn't mean that you don't like the others, but there are some that are more important than others. And at a certain point, there are some choices that have to be made. You know that? And economics, how do we call that? Opportunity cost. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come here. Hear me now. Watch me. Listen. This is a very dangerous country. All the presidents we have had, except Kwame Nkrumah, have always thought about Ghana. Look what Kwame Nkrumah did. I'm going to give you examples. Hear me now. When Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown in February 1966, they set out a certain committee to look into the accounts of Kwame Nkrumah and see how much money he had embezzled. Because the attack dogs from the UP tradition, led by Nana Akufo-Addo's fathers and grandfathers, who had been manufacturing and throwing bombs at Nkrumah to finish him up, claimed that Nkrumah had messed up the economy and had stolen so much money. We could go back into those days and pull out newspaper cuttings, and you will see how much they demonized Nkrumah at the time of the coup. Yet, a year before Nkrumah was overthrown in 1965, he built the whole Tema motorway. The whole motorway. And it was such a beautiful motorway that the M1 in London was shocked at it. The Ghana motorway was finished before the one in London. And when BBC came to report, what did they say? They stood there and said, if all other motorways were like this in the world, then there would be peace and harmony everywhere. He mocked. He said, at the Ghana motorway side, you will stand there for hours before you will see one car passing by. He was almost trying to say that the motorway was not necessary because they didn't even have cars and they did not even have traffic in Ghana. So why the motorway? But the visionary Nkrumah built the motorway, the first of its kind in the whole of Africa, to join two different cities together by road. Today that motorway has gone haywire. 1 year after building the motorway, one of the biggest achievements of Kwame Nkrumah, they overthrew him and called him what? A thief. They set a committee to look into that. They found nothing. Nkrumah didn't have a single, not even one foreign account. And his own account that was with the Bank of Ghana. In fact, they looked into it and realized that it was only his salary. Fortunately or unfortunately, the salary that had come in for January, he had not even touched it yet before he traveled out. So that salary was sitting there. You know what the committee said? They should look for Nkrumah and give him back his salary because he had worked for it. The shoes he wore were all stamped on property of Ghana. Even the suit he wore, property of Ghana. A man like that was so selfless. He didn't even have a single property in his name, even his own mother. The house that they built for here at Nkrumah, it was a private contractor who came to garnish the place. I was there a few days ago. It's in a state of disrepair. Nkrumah, in his own hometown, he did absolutely nothing. He was looking at Ghana first. Aside Nkrumah, all the other governments that came, they were egotistical. Some of them were nepotistical. Some were full of pluralism. And a lot of them were full of isms and schisms. You want to hear more? Hear this now. Who came after Kwame Nkrumah? Daffy Kotoka from Alakle was the one who took him off and boasted that he had juju. He could turn into a lion. At night, he could jump and become any bird of his choice. One bullet from a junior soldier finished him in less than 2 seconds. He was gone after begging for his own life. Kotoka threw us into a period of nonchalance, a period of vicissitudes, a period where understanding ourselves, even as a people, was so polarized. Hear me now. Right from when Kotoka caused that thing, every other government that came was in trouble. Who inherited Nkrumah's throne immediately? Do you all remember? I don't want to dignify him, but this was the man who took a bribe, head of state. He took a bribe from a Nigerian businessman. Ha! The people who overthrew Kwame Nkrumah, the one who came to sit on the throne of Nkrumah as the leader of the nation called Ghana, he went to take a bribe from a Nigerian one-man businessman, and they removed him because he was a disgrace. I understand Madam Akufu if she says that all the governments in the Fourth Republic, and remember, she said Fourth Republic, all of them, they have failed. What have they done? Stealing money, family and friends. Corruption has become our middle name. Everywhere we go is all about politics. No more patriotism. Nobody talks Ghana. Everybody is talking party politics. If you don't belong to my party, nothing. I'm doing this because of my party. No, that's what they say. Nobody says I'm doing it for Ghana. Why? Hey, this show talks about patriotism. Until we come to the bargaining table with patriotism, we are walking headless jacks. Until we come to the bargaining table with common sense or patriotism. Remember, Nkrumah told us that right at independence, after he proclaimed the independence and proclaimed us free, what did he say? We must change our attitudes now. Hey, you might hate me for as much as you want. You might dislike me because my face is not nice to you. You might like me because of the way I speak, you see it as arrogance. But patriotism has no two ways. It's only one way. You are either for it or not for it. You can't be in between. No, sir. That's why you can't hold dual citizenship. Which country are you patriotic to? Germany or Ghana? America or Ghana? Please, let's define patriotism. Of course, I do understand that some people with dual citizenships are even more patriotic Ghanaians than people who don't even have any other citizenship except Ghana. But of course, that does not make it right. Think deeper. You will agree with me. To Sophia Akufu, I want to say that I love you. I want to say I appreciate you. I want to say that you are speaking your mind. In fact, I asked, why did you wait until you got out of power before saying all these things? A lot of people have asked the same question. But late than never. Late than never. How many more politicians and government appointees are not speaking? How many of them have been silenced? Recently, we heard the Subing MP crying to the whole Ghana that Nana Akufo-Addo is a very vindictive president. You know what it means? That's vindictiveness. He's a very vindictive president. If you don't support him, he will find a way of removing you, even as an MP. To God be the glory.
Go on, Skipper George.
Blackpot, Coco Show, man.